There's something about you that's been driving her absolutely crazy. Though she'd never admit it, she'll pretend she's unbothered, act indifferent, or even push you away. She might take longer to reply to your messages, act like she's too busy to care, or even test you by pulling back just to see how you react. But make no mistake, she's thinking about you non-stop. Welcome back to Mindful Stoicism, where we decode the deeper psychological forces at play in attraction, relationships, and self-mastery. Today we're breaking down exactly why she can't stop thinking about you, even if she tries to convince herself otherwise. Here's the truth. Women don't obsess over men who chase them. They don't lose sleep over guys who are too available or predictable. What truly gets under her skin, what keeps her mind locked on you, is something far more subtle but incredibly powerful. It's mystery, it's emotional control, it's the energy of a man who doesn't need to prove himself. When you stop seeking validation, when you carry yourself like a man who has options, who is fulfilled with or without her attention, that's when she starts to feel it. That's when her mind starts replaying old conversations, wondering why you're so different, questioning why she suddenly wants your approval. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden psychological forces that make certain men unforgettable. More importantly, we'll show you how to use Stoic wisdom to naturally command attention without chasing, without begging, and without ever compromising your self-respect. If you're tired of feeling like you have to beg for someone's time, stay with me until the end. This is going to change the game. 1. The power of emotional control. Emotional control is one of the most powerful tools you can master, especially when it comes to personal growth, relationships, and navigating life's challenges. At its core, emotional control is not about suppressing or denying your emotions, but about understanding them, responding to them with clarity, and choosing how to act instead of reacting impulsively. When you have emotional control, you can stay calm in stressful situations, think rationally during conflicts, and make decisions that align with your values, rather than being driven by momentary emotions like anger or fear. In relationships, this control fosters trust and stability. When you don't allow intense emotions to dictate your behavior, others will perceive you as reliable and composed, which enhances your ability to lead and influence. In Stoicism, emotional control is central. The Stoics believed that we cannot control the external world, but we can control our reactions to it. By practicing emotional control, you detach your sense of self-worth from external circumstances. Instead of being rattled by things outside your control, you focus on how you choose to respond. This creates inner peace and resilience because your emotional state isn't dependent on fleeting situations. When you master emotional control, you are less likely to be manipulated by others or to get caught up in destructive cycles. It allows you to communicate more effectively, avoid unnecessary conflict, and maintain a level of self-discipline that serves you in all aspects of life. Whether dealing with criticism, setbacks, or distractions, emotional control helps you stay on course, providing the strength to act with purpose and direction. In essence, it's the secret to leading a focused, fulfilling life. The allure of scarcity. The concept of scarcity has a magnetic effect on human behavior, especially in the context of attraction and desire. When something is perceived as scarce or in limited supply, its value increases exponentially in the eyes of others. This phenomenon is deeply rooted in psychological principles and is often referred to as the scarcity effect. When it comes to relationships or attraction, this principle can be a powerful tool for drawing people in. Humans are naturally wired to seek out what is rare or hard to obtain. Think about the desire for rare collectibles, exclusive items, or even the appeal of limited-time offers. The same principle applies to people. When someone makes themselves less available, whether physically, emotionally, or socially, it creates a sense of intrigue and curiosity. This heightened interest stems from the fear of losing out, also known as FOMO, fear of missing out. The less accessible someone is, the more their presence feels valuable and important. Scarcity in relationships works in several ways. When you're always available or overly eager to please, you may unintentionally devalue your worth. On the other hand, by giving space, maintaining a sense of independence, or not always being at someone's beck and call, you allow that person to appreciate your presence even more. It's about striking a balance. Too much availability may cause disinterest, while too much distance can make someone feel alienated. Mastering the allure of scarcity is about knowing when to step back, creating a subtle sense of mystery, and letting the other person come to you. It's not about playing games, but rather about understanding the value of your time, energy, and presence. When used correctly, scarcity can transform your attractiveness and make others desire you even more. He, the mystery she can't solve. One of the most captivating traits you can possess is the ability to keep a certain level of mystery about yourself. This isn't about playing games or being elusive for the sake of it. Rather, it's about keeping her intrigued by showing just enough to keep her curious without revealing everything all at once. Women, much like men, are drawn to the unknown. The mystery is inherently alluring because it challenges the mind and piques interest. When you embody mystery, it keeps her engaged and always wondering what's next. This doesn't mean you should be closed off or difficult to approach. In fact, it's about balance, being open and approachable, but leaving certain layers of your personality and life for her to uncover gradually. Every time you reveal a bit of your world, she'll be drawn deeper into it, wanting to learn more. Women are often intrigued by what they can't immediately understand. The more you give her to explore, the more she will feel compelled to invest time and energy into figuring you out. Think about it. When you share too much too soon, the intrigue fades. But when you withhold just enough, it keeps her on her toes, sparking both excitement and curiosity. Being a mystery doesn't mean being deceptive or dishonest. It means being layered. It means leaving her with questions that only you can answer, and giving her the space to unravel those answers over time. In relationships, mystery isn't about withholding important information. It's about creating an element of depth and complexity that keeps her coming back to learn more. It's this mystery that makes you unforgettable, creating an emotional bond that is both intense and irresistible. To the strength of walking away. The strength of walking away is one of the most powerful, yet often misunderstood principles in both Stoicism and personal relationships. It is about knowing when to detach yourself from situations, people or behaviors that no longer serve your well-being or growth. This isn't about running away or giving up. It's about choosing to preserve your peace and strength when you're faced with something draining or toxic. When you walk away, you're exercising control over your emotions and actions. Rather than staying in a harmful or unproductive situation, you decide to prioritize your mental and emotional health. In Stoicism, this act of detachment is rooted in the understanding that we cannot control everything around us, but we do have control over our own responses. By walking away, you're showing strength because you're making a conscious decision to avoid being manipulated, controlled, or hurt by others. Moreover, walking away isn't just a reaction, it's often a strategic move. It sends a clear message to the other person that you value yourself enough not to tolerate disrespect or dishonesty. It demonstrates that you are not dependent on anyone's validation or approval, and that you can stand strong without clinging to people or situations that diminish your worth. In relationships, this strength can be a turning point. It can either lead to respect or reveal the true nature of someone who might have taken you for granted. In essence, walking away is not an act of weakness. It's a deliberate choice to retain your power and dignity. It's a way to protect your peace, reclaim your self-respect, and create space for healthier, more fulfilling interactions. This is a practice of self-love and wisdom, reflecting the Stoic ideal of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. If you want her to think about you constantly, if you want to drive her crazy in the best way possible, you must master your energy. Never beg, never over-explain, never let emotions control you. Instead, be the man who moves with quiet confidence, who holds himself to a higher standard, who understands his own value. When you do this, she won't admit it, but you'll be the only thing on her mind. Now tell me, are you ready to stop chasing and start attracting? Let's talk in the comments. And if this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe for more Stoic strategies on mastering relationships and life. Stay strong, stay Stoic.